And Blake, we do remain under that winter storm warning in parts of West Michigan.
Yeah, actually, in just the last few minutes, Juliet, the National Weather Service made the decision to extend the winter storm warning up and down the lakeshore until midnight tonight. As we still hold on to some gustier winds and the occasional lake effect snow. Also, the winter weather advisory across some of our inland counties have also been extended to midnight as well. Of course, we had some impact this morning with the combination of the strong wind and widespread snow. Luckily for many here at home, that impact wasn't felt longer than a few hours, but still, it was quite a dicey morning here at home. 13 weather ball is now blinking green. No change foreseen in our numbers tomorrow compared to today, and we're still going to hold on to a few lake effect snow showers this evening, and then everyone has another chance of accumulating snow by this time tomorrow. 13 weather ball is brought to you by LaFontaine Lincoln of Grand Rapids. This was the view out of our beach camera in Grand Haven. I want to show it again just because, yeah, Mother Nature providing her own sandblaster at the lake shore, and you can see that big chop on the lake. Those waves were quite fierce up and down the lake shore and really across many of the Great Lakes today with those strong winds. In fact, at the lake shore, many locations exceeding 50 miles per hour earlier this morning in terms of the top wind gust, and for Whitehall, Ludington, and the Saugatuck Pier in excess of 60 miles per hour. Yeah, that is quite the wind earlier today, and many of our inland locations also exceeded 45 miles per hour for the top wind gust of this Monday. It is still breezy outside, but we will see the wind continue to diminish somewhat as the night goes on. By far, we are done with the strongest of the winds from earlier today, but tomorrow we'll still hold on to a few wind gusts out of the north and west in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. Low pressure, this is a strong low pressure system. It is now well to the north and east of the Great Lakes region, but we're kind of sandwiched between this strong low pressure system and a fairly strong high pressure center across the Central Plains, and that creates a very tight pressure gradient across the Great Lakes region. That's what we dealt with earlier today and was the culprit of those strong winds. Of course, with the cold air overhead, we have plenty of ingredients for lake effect snow. That's really where the snow settled after mid-morning, purely out of a lake effect scenario, and that's what we're still contending with here at this 6 o'clock hour. Some of those lake effect bands off a northwest wind impacting from Muskegon down into Ottawa, parts of Allegan County, even clipping somewhat of Barrie and Kalamazoo County as well. But as the evening goes on, we'll continue to see the lake effect snow hug the lakeshore, and there's the potential for another inch or so of accumulation for our lakeshore communities. Numbers are in the 20s, far cry from yesterday. For those that are near and southward of I-96, briefly last evening in the 50s, and Kalamazoo and Battle Creek even cracked 60 degrees last evening, so a far cry from just 24 hours ago. And numbers tonight will fall into the upper teens to lower 20s. Really not much of a climb tomorrow, only in the lower to middle 20s for a daytime high. As for our hour-by-hour forecast, we'll hold on to a few lake effect snow showers, especially at the lakeshore itself. This will wind down by daybreak, a few leftover flurries. But here comes our next system, and this is a clipper system from the north and west, and this will be on our doorstep by afternoon tomorrow. A few snow showers north of Muskegon by mid-afternoon, and everyone at least near and westward of US 131 will see some steady snow tomorrow evening into a chunk of tomorrow night. This is a quick moving system, so by the end of tomorrow night and a Wednesday morning, this will be out of here. I want to separate the snow accumulation in two time frames here. This is for tonight, the leftovers of any lake effect snow, maybe an inch or so in certain spots at the lakeshore. Away from the lakeshore, very little accumulation. Here's tomorrow's clipper system, and this will likely bring a good inch or two along and westward of US 131, maybe a localized spot upwards of 3 inches of snow. Again, nothing that's out of our standards here in West Michigan, but just enough for another coating of snow. We're still going to hold on to snow showers on Wednesday during the daytime hours. We'll say it does look like we dry out just in time for any festivities for New Year's Eve. As the ball drops at midnight, much of West Michigan should be quiet, and it'll be quite cold on New Year's Day, ringing in 2026, but generally uneventful weather. Just a few flurries left on the first day of the new year. Here's a better look at those snow showers during the day on Wednesday. This looks somewhat ominous, but generally not expecting too much impact during the day on Wednesday. See how this is out of here pretty quickly by midnight heading into the new year. And Thursday, outside of a few flurries, yeah, we are pretty much done with any impactful snow. In terms of tonight, temperatures falling into the upper teens to lower 20s. We're still going to hold on to a few snow showers over the course of this evening into the nighttime hours, generally near the lake shore. But as we progress towards daybreak, we'll just be left with a few flurries. Quick look at your 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. Again, that clipper system tomorrow later in the day. A few leftover snow showers on New Year's Eve. And generally, Juliet, we dry out for the first few days of 2026. It just will be cold, but hey, it's the beginning of January, so we should expect it.
Just about here. Thank you, Blake.